what Qatar's 8 amazing 2022 World Cup stadiums look like. In a couple of days, the 2022 World Cup will get underway in Qatar, making a landmark moment as football's biggest tournament takes place in the Middle East for the first time. Despite previous concerns over the possibility of the stadiums not being ready in time, all 8 stadiums have been completed. Construction of these stadiums began in November 2015, and after 7 years of work and billions of dollars spent, the country has finally produced some of the most impressive and architecturally breathtaking stadiums on the planet. In total, 8 stadiums will host matches during the month-long tournament in Qatar, namely Lusail Stadium, Stadium 974, Thumama Stadium, Bayt Stadium, Khalifa International Stadium, Ahmed bin Ali Stadium, Education City Stadium, and the Janoub Stadium. All venues will celebrate unique aspects of Arab heritage and will, between them, host millions of fans during the tournament, which kicks off on November 20th. So here is an in-depth look at each venue. Lusail Stadium. Despite the intense pressure on the construction industry and its workers, the country is in a race against time to get everything done, and this feels starkly true around Lusail. The 80,000 capacity Lusail Stadium is the biggest in the country and will host the World Cup 2022 final. According to the tournament website, the stadium is designed around the dance of light and shadows as seen in the traditional fan art lanterns. The stadium has been designed as a rich representation of the Arabic world, showcasing motifs of vessels, bowls, and art pieces from the region. In addition to the final, Lusail Stadium will also host 6 group matches and 3 knockout round matches, including 1 semifinal. The stadium is located 15 kilometers north of Doha's city center and stands as the centerpiece of the new Lusail metropolis. After the tournament concludes, the Lusail Stadium is set to be turned into a community space, including schools, shops, sporting facilities, and health clinics. Also, most of the stadium's 80,000 seats are set to be removed and donated to sporting projects. Education City Stadium. Inspired by the geometric shapes of traditional Islamic architecture, the 40,000 capacity stadium is surrounded by several leading universities. From its unique cooling system to the green spaces that surround it, the stadium was built with sustainability and the future in mind. The initial capacity of the diamond-shaped stadium will be 40,000 seats, which will be reduced to 25,000 seats at the end of the tournament, with the additional seats being donated to developing countries. Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. The 40,000 capacity venue has a distinct design, as the stadium and surrounding buildings mirror aspects of the local culture and traditions. The intricate facade reflects the undulations of sand dunes, while intricate geometric patterns reflect the beauty of the desert, native flora and fauna, as well as a local and international trade. It will be the home of Qatar's Al Rayyan's Sport Club when the tournament ends. In addition, more than 80% of the construction material came from the original stadium that previously occupied the site, while existing trees were also carefully retained. When fans visit, they will be able to travel via an environmentally friendly new Doha metro system. After the tournament, half of the stadium seatings will be donated to football development projects overseas. Thumama Stadium. Inspired by the gafia, a traditional woven cap worn by males across the Middle East, the 40,000 capacity Thumama Stadium was built specifically for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. And will play host to a number of matches up until the quarterfinal stage. As is the case at every venue, air conditioning vents have been placed throughout the ground to maintain an optimal environment inside the stadium. At the event's closing, the stadium's capacity will be reduced to 20,000 seats, with the additional seating being gifted to developing nations, a true reflection of the generosity of the Qatari people. Moreover, a boutique hotel will replace the top seating of the stadium, and a branch of the world-renowned Aspetar Sports Clinic will be added. The stadium will hence continue to serve the community long after the World Cup has ended. Stadium 974. While Qatar is a tiny country, and 7 of the 8 stadiums are on Doha's metro system, the stadiums can feel curiously spaced out. A new metro stop to the east of the center is Stadium 974. Constructed from shopping containers, Stadium 974 has a capacity of 40,000 people. The number 974 signifies the international dialing code for Qatar and is also the exact number of shipping containers used in the construction of the venue. The temporary venue is one of the most sustainable stadiums. It has been called the first fully demountable tournament venue in the history of the FIFA World Cup and uses less material to build than traditional stadiums, creating a blueprint for future developers to follow. Bayt Stadium. Just as Al Thumama looks like a traditional Arab cap, Bayt is supposed to look like a traditional Bedouin tent with a highly distinctive Bakshi design that even includes guide ropes like an actual tent. Every World Cup has one faraway venue where rival fans share stories about long internal flights to places usually only seen by the most intrepid of foreign travelers. In Russia, it was Yekaterinburg, at the foot of the Ural Mountains. In Brazil, it was Manaus, deep in the Amazon rainforest. In Qatar, it is Bayt, 43 miles from Al Janoub, the farthest away stadium in the distant south. Located in the city of Al Khor, famous for its pearl diving and fishing, Bayt Stadium is fashioned to replicate the Bayat al-Sha'ar, the tents historically used by the nomadic people of Qatar. The 60,000 capacity venue has a retractable roof system and advanced cooling systems. Therefore, fans will be able to watch matches in comfort. It will be the stage for some of the key matches of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022, including the opening match, 5 additional group matches, as well as knockout round matches, including one of the 2 all-important semifinal matches. Almost half the venue seats can be dismantled and used in football projects across the world. Janoub Stadium. Boasting a design that is inspired by the sails of traditional Diho boats in tribute to Al Rakrar's seafaring past, the Janoub Stadium, with a capacity of 40,000, is situated in one of Qatar's oldest inhabited areas. The roof was designed to resemble a ship's hull, and the structure is meant to resemble upturned dihos. An innovative cooling system and retractable roof mean the stadium will be used all year round. The stadium will be served by Al Rakrar Station on the Red Line of the Doha Metro. Thanks to its modular nature, the stadium's capacity will be reduced from 40,000 to 20,000 after the tournament, with the excess seats from the upper tier being donated to football development projects overseas. Khalifa International Stadium. Built in 1976, the Khalifa International Stadium has hosted the Asian Games, Arabian Gulf Cup, and the AFC Asian Cup. In 2019, it hosted the IAAF World Athletics Championships, along with matches during the FIFA Club World Cup Qatar 2019. The stadium underwent an extensive redevelopment in order to prepare for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. It was the first FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 venue to achieve Global Sustainability Assessment System certification. The stadium's dual arches remained intact following the redevelopment and have now been complemented by a wide canopy below which supports the stadium's integration of new cooling systems. The new tier added 10,450 seats to the capacity of 40,000, while the stadium now features a new facade. The new LED lighting system adds a new dimension to the fan experience. The stadium is served by Sports City Station on the Doha Metro Gold Line. The stadium lies in the heart of Aspire Zone, Qatar's center of sporting excellence, which was the foundation of the 2006 Asian Games. They're precise and designed to drive participation in sports. So, it seems like Qatar has some under-intense scrutiny since being named World Cup hosts, but this is the responsibility that comes with playing venues to a global event, and as a result of this scrutiny, there has been some change for the better. All this time spent under such an intense spotlight has led to frustrations, awkward conversations, and occasionally progress. In addition, it is possible to detect an air of exasperation among some Qataris who think the tournament will be great, but are very ready for it all to be over, and for the eyes of the world to focus their gaze elsewhere. So, with the world about to arrive and football soon to begin, now is the time for the spotlight on conditions to become even brighter. I hope you respect this special video. What happened in Qatar would like to treat expensive builds with respect. So this video is also made to show the stadiums, which they worked very hard for. For more great interesting content, subscribe to Expensive Builds.